Starting a good note, Jayden. Tell us about the goal off the non-preferred side in the last quarter.
Oh, right. Didn't see that coming. I was happy to finish that off. I think we hadn't had a goal for a while, so it's good to get that one through for sure.
What did Simo say to you at three-quarter time, I guess, you seemed like you had a bit more life in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was just a stick. We're all right at the contest all day. We just were really sloppy with the skills and turning it over. So he just said to keep at it, show some fight. It's one thing we're trying to do all year is be competitive throughout the whole game. So that was definitely a positive note that we sort of fought it out and really competed hard in that last quarter.
How do you reflect on the game? Did you feel as though you're able to compete for the full 60? I'm talking hockey. For the full game, or areas of improvement?
Yeah, I think we're able to compete in the actual contests and around stoppages and things like that. I think we're competitive, but obviously the scoreboard was not reflecting that. And like I said before, skill errors really cost us, especially against a GWS team that loves running through in waves through the corridor. So we took it on, which is a good thing, but we were definitely a bit scrappy with that, and that really hurt us. So yeah, definitely something we're going to work on.
So how do you address that? Do you just keep taking it on and get better by necessity? Is that how that works, or do you have to be a bit safer with the ball?
Yeah, well, I think during the week at training and stuff, it's a great time to take those kicks on and really run through the corridor. During the game, there'll be stages where that's the play. That's when we need to score and things like that. And then at other times we may need to slow it down a bit better. So it's definitely the game state sort of stuff which we've been training for. It's just actually executing it.
One of the highlights, I think, that was often shown after the game was the Harley Reid fend-off. I mean, it sort of seems as though that's something that he sort of practiced fairly regularly out there at training as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing I noticed straight away with Harley is that he was almost untackable in the pre-season. So, yeah, I've got a few lumps in my chest from him in pre-season. For such a young kid, he's so super strong and takes the game on. So, yeah, we definitely want him to keep doing that.
You mentioned the sort of balance between the safer ball movement and taking the game on. Is that a lever that you need to get better at being able to pull mid-game, especially when a side like GWS is really taking it on? Because clearly you want to go a little bit quicker than maybe you have previously, but do you need to, is it sort of going up and down through the gears?
Yeah, absolutely. Something we definitely need to work on. It's just sort of that game state and having that composure when it's sort of been rebounding up and down for a few minutes, just to sort of find a mark and take a bit of a breath, let the ground set up and things like that. So definitely as a young team, we need to build on that experience, and us older guys need to lead the way in that aspect.
Did you take anything out of the way they go about it? They're a red hot side that you guys can sort of implement or look towards? Yeah,
for sure. I think they're a really informed team at the moment. Just their ability just to run out the game in waves all together and set up the ground really well defensively. Yeah, they've got some really good backs and stuff, and they were able to start their offense from that half back line. So yeah, definitely things that we look at all the good teams and try to take little aspects from it.
What about some of the guys in the back six? What does someone like a Brady Hoff get out of a day playing on Toby Grant?
Yeah, I think Hoff was a big positive. Toby's such a quality player. And he got an early goal, but that didn't stop Hoff at all. He just kept competing. I think he did really well. To have him being such a young player and play on that absolute superstar and hold his own, I think it's such a good thing. And I was really proud of him.
How do you manage someone like Cody Waitman, 6 goals on the weekend, Bulldogs' first win? They look like they might have found a bit of touch.
Yeah, they're always a strong team. He's a quality player, so we'll be looking at clips of how he went about it and things that you can do to stop that. So yeah, that's what we'll be going for.
Do you feel like the things you were able to do against them in round 23 last year still apply? Would you be able to apply some of those things that you used to beat them?
There'll be definitely some things, but each year teams definitely tinker on things. So yeah, we'll have to look at their current sort of form through the pre-season. But it's definitely something we can take that positive from last year and really bring that to the game, and we're definitely going for the win.
Does the venue hold some? I mean, there aren't many fond memories in terms of win-loss for West Coast over the last 2 years. Does the fact you go to a venue where you have had a win the last time there, does that hold any positives for you?
Yeah, I think for definitely with young guys as well that haven't played on all the grounds that much. You can only use that as a positive. We're not going to be focusing on last year at all on that win, but you can sort of like you say, it's a good memory, especially as younger guys. So yeah, hopefully we can replicate it.
Given the amount of entries that GWS had and the score you were able to keep them to, was that a big tick for the defence, you think, on Sunday?
Yeah, we spoke about that after the game. I think McGovern and Barras, and Hoffy as well, and all those backs, yeah, they did a really good thing. I think it was something like 67 inside 50s or something to keep them to that score. So yeah, respectable. We just need to be able to go from that defence into our offence and work on the connection through the middle and forward of the ground as well.
And Simo had spoken after the Port Adelaide game about the inability to keep it inside attacking 50. How did you rate yourselves on that front on the weekend?
Yeah, we were chasing a bit of forward half football. We weren't able to get that, so that's definitely something we're going to be looking at this week to sort of lock it in and have a sort of like their defenders, the ones under the pressure and things like that, which we weren't able to do. So yeah, that's definitely an area for improvement.
What did you make of the ruck balance with Harry coming into the side? Obviously a tough assignment against Tim English coming up.
Yeah, definitely. I think, the more sort of experience we can get in these younger guys, it's such a good thing. It was great for Barney to be out there on the weekend. Baz as well competed hard, so yeah. Tim English obviously a quality player, so I'm sure they'll be looking at a lot of vision and how they can sort of go against him.
We've seen Simo tinker with the team a little bit. Andrew Gaff, going back to the waffle, do you feel that there's selection pressure there at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think we had 12 AFL listed waffle players on the weekend. I think last year we'd have 1, 2, maybe 3 at best. So selection pressure is, I think, such a crucial thing for a quality team. So everyone's not sort of feeling satisfied in themselves. There's always pressure, and there's definitely some guys back there, including Gaffy, that found some form and really putting pressure on for spots. So that can only be a good thing.
You know all about that from Melbourne, don't you? Like, you weren't the last pick, but you weren't the first picked either. What's that like, and how does it drive you?
Yeah, I think you just got to stay on your toes the whole time. You always got to try to find ways to improve, because those guys below you, they're doing the same thing. And it's really a healthy thing. And definitely at my time, having a healthy list and having that pressure from underneath just pushes everyone from 44th on the list to the number 1 player, just pushes everyone to improve and sort of be on their toes. So I think people perform best when there's that little bit of pressure and that little healthy competition amongst the mess.
Does the preparation change much this week, given it's an extended road trip? You stay on in Melbourne and then we'll fly to Adelaide?
No, we'll keep it the same. And obviously we're spending a bit of time over there, but the structure of the day and stuff will be just the same. It'll just be at a different venue rather than being here. So it stays pretty similar, and it'll be good opportunity to bond with guys, spend some more time with everyone. So yeah, I think we're really looking forward to it.
Just back on the waffle, did you catch any of them? Was it pleasing to see Gaff go back and get a bit of the footy?
Yeah, no, definitely. Some of the clips, they're really good, and there's real spirit there. There's a lot of young players that are so enthusiastic and sort of energy driven. So the spirit on some of the stuff they're doing at the moment is really good. And while it's just pracky games at the moment for them, to get some wins on the board, which we didn't see much of last year. So I think that's a really good thing. And yeah, those older guys playing there as well is just going to get that energy as well. So yeah, it's good to see.
Do you feel like Clay Hall's another one of those guys that's starting to put some selection pressure on now? He's fit again and going well?
Yeah, absolutely. He was super impressive in the pre-season. He was really going for a spot there before that injury, and his performance on the weekend was really strong. So yeah, he'll be definitely pushing like a few of the other guys as well.